begin with the escalating tensions in the Caribbean Sea as the United States Coast Guard pursues another Venezuela tanker. The ship is part of a sanctions list for oil vessels and comes as the Pentagon has spent the last several weeks building up military forces in nearby Puerto Rico and the rest of the region. The tanker pursuit is just the very latest by the Trump administration, which has sought to put pressure on Venezuela and President Maduro. The Venezuelan leader once again slamming the Trump administration, calling the moves illegal, and says Venezuela cannot be defeated. Let's get right out to correspondent Kellie Meyer at the White House. Kellie, what's the latest on this new tanker pursuit?
Yeah, hey there, Jessica. So we are traveling with the president here in Florida ahead of the holiday. He is expected to make an announcement this afternoon that we are learning has to do with shipbuilding, but there were some concerns that it could be a separate announcement that people were wondering with these escalating tensions with Venezuela. As you mentioned, over the weekend, they seized one oil vessel and they are currently still in an active pursuit, a U.S. official tells me, of another oil tanker. The U.S. official telling me over the weekend that that is still an active pursuit. A sanctioned dark fleet vessel is what they're looking for. But we do know that this announcement today, we're talking about the Navy Secretary will be joining that. They talked about the Golden Fleet of Navy ships. That's set to be announced there today. But it comes amid these escalating tensions. We see that there was that seized oil tanker over the weekend. The U.S. Coast Guard and the Pentagon seized an oil tanker in open waters after it was last docked in Venezuela. And earlier this month, a vessel called the Skipper became the first oil tanker to be seized off the coast of Venezuela. It also comes as those strikes on those alleged drug cartel boats in the Caribbean continue. Operation Southern Spear ordering another strike just last week on 2 boats. 5 men were killed, 3 on the first vessel and 2 on the second. No U.S. forces were harmed. And President Trump continues to warn of potential strikes on land in Venezuela, quote, soon. Listen to this.
Mr. President, will you be seeking any authorization from Congress for any land attacks on cartels in Venezuela?
For anywhere?
For any land attacks on drug cartels in Venezuela?
I wouldn't mind telling them, but, it's not a big deal. I don't have to tell them.
So again, we're waiting for that announcement this afternoon, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. It will be President Trump alongside the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, as well as Secretary of State Marco Rubio, along with the Secretary of the Navy. That announcement has to do with shipbuilding, but he's sure to get questions on the situation with Venezuela, as well as this active pursuit of this third tanker. If caught, that would be the third tanker seized by the U.S. Around Venezuela just in the last few weeks. Jessica?
All right, Kellie Meyer, live in South Florida. Kellie, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.